Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be discussing the gear only box for January by Survival Boxes, so stick with me. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we are going to be discussing the gear only box for January for Survival Boxes. Now, I went ahead and displayed everything right in front of you because do you really want me droning on for 25 minutes just talking about this box? Or do you want me to go outside and start using it? Now, for those of you who are brand new to the channel who do not know what Survival Boxes is, they are a monthly subscription service. And for this one, this is their more advanced box. This is the gear only box, which runs for about $89.99 per month. But as everyone who is a regular on my channel knows that I do my very own independent research and give you guys the street prices, typically from Amazon, of all the gear that you see in front of you. As you can see, kind of in the background, I've been doing my own independent research. And well, let me break this down real fast for you. So the subscription box service is labeled as you pay $89.99 per month. Their total value is registered at $137.22. Now I'm going to put links down in the description box below for every single item that you guys see here if you guys are interested in everything, and you guys can actually go through and verify the research of the items that I found through my own independent research. Now, when I went through and I actually put everything in my Amazon cart, just to kind of get an idea of how much it was actually realistically would end up being, the street price before taxes and shipping is $112.80 compared to their $137.22. However, once I put everything in my cart, the price jumped up. Even I have Amazon Prime, so keep that in mind. So my shipping is a lot cheaper. Once the taxes and the little bit of shipping that I was charged for a few items kicked in, it was $126.09. which compared to the $126.09 was subtracted by the $89.99 is $36.10. So you still save quite a good chunk of money to even Amazon prices, which is still a pretty good deal in my book. If you are going cheaper and you're getting a bundle package and this is the kind of stuff you're into for cheaper than Amazon prices, you're getting yourself a pretty sweet deal. You got the Grizsaw by Outdoor Edge, which is a nice, it gives you this way to actually use a straight hand when you're actually doing some sawing. We have the Divide Flipper. This one actually has ball bearings in this blade. This uses 8CR13 MOV, which is a good budget steel. I actually like this blade. It's got a frame lock. It has a ball bearing system. Really good flipper action. I love the deployment on this thing. Lockup is really solid, and it actually came really sharp. And you're going to be seeing testing as I go through this video, so it doesn't take too long. Next up, we've got the Elk Ridge. It's a little tiny hatchet. It's got a Cordura nylon sheath. The mask has some good button retention. I've seen this in the battle box missions before. This one in particular seems like it's pretty good sharp. Getting some bite when I am ringing around, so we'll do a little bit of light chopping on this to see if it's any good. Now, this is not something I'd be doing trying to get my campfire going. This is if you were trying to process kindling. This is not designed to do any heavy major chopping. There's just not enough weight behind it, in my opinion. Now, as raw and uncut footage goes, we've got a 100-foot hit of paracord. We have a 4-pack of Guy Lines, which are really good for tarps, and especially like really bad rainy, windy conditions. You don't want anything to go anywhere. This is kind of interesting. I was kind of surprised that we got a Grizsaw and a folding saw, like 2 saws in the same package, but this is pretty neat. So this could be something that stays at your campsite. This is for your bigger stuff that you've got going on. Your bigger branches probably in the 6 to 7, 8 inch category. And this is for your smaller stuff when you're collecting like firewood and you got this in your pocket, and you can kind of break this down and make some of the longer branches that you have when you're foraging and stuff. You can cut these down pretty quickly, like the thinner ones, like the ones that are about that, a nugget like that. You should be pretty straight with that. These are kind of neat. I want to actually get the entire set. I found the whole set on Amazon. It's like 20 bucks for the entire set. This is just shelter building. This is the Learn and Live UST shelter building card, so they give you some tips, tricks, and some reference guides to doing that, which is pretty nice. And then next, I love marbles. Just letting you guys know, I'm biased. I love marbles because they're cheap, and they're one of the few cheap companies that doesn't suck. And this is their trenching shovel, which is really, really cool. I have some pretty tough soil around my area, so it'll be interesting to see how that holds up, because Texas soil is, yeah, it takes real work to actually shovel that stuff. It's not some, you know, North Carolina, Ohio, Indianapolis soil where the dirt just gives. And then we have a Kotap tarp, a 6x8. It's the brown and green poly tarp. I'll have that in the description box below as well. So you guys can check all the stuff and see the independent research of all the stuff that I found. Now, keep in mind, all the stuff is in here. You're going to see some duplicates in the alpha box that I'm going to be doing for January. In that video, they sent me a whole bunch of boxes at one time. They sent me like 4 or 5 boxes. So you're going to be seeing one a week. And the reason why I'm doing it in such rapid succession is because after the end of the entire series for January, for the December box, the welcome box, and both January boxes, I'll be hosting some giveaways on a Facebook live stream and here on YouTube, so stay tuned for that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that test footage as much fun as I had actually testing most of the gear here. Now, there's one item I didn't test due to the fact that once I got it open and was kind of checking it out, I didn't feel safe using it, which is the UST Folding Saw. And I was a little disappointed, but if you check right here, I couldn't get the locking mechanism to actually actuate and lock all the way for this thing. It was very selective whether or not it would stay locked or not. Yep, see? It just deactivated. So the fact that, you know, every 2 or 3 times that I do that, it actually won't lock automatically doesn't make it a safe tool in my opinion. So that's the only piece of gear that I can't really recommend in this kit, but there's not, I can't super duper fault survival boxes for that or anything. But all in all, overall, I think this is a pretty good box. It's not bad at all, especially for the amount of money that I annotated earlier versus what you actually pay for. It's a pretty good deal. You save about 25 to 30% off of normal Amazon prices, which is obviously cheaper than retail. So if you guys want to check them out, definitely drop down in the description box below, and you can get some more information on that. Also, if you want to double check any of my individual research prices, I'll also have links down in the description box below for that. But that just about does it for now. If you liked this video and how I do these unboxings and actually test some of the gear, definitely throw this video a big thumbs up, and definitely share this out with your friends and family and your social media networks. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.